It's a fact that students who study art are 4 times more likely to be recognized for academic achievement and 3 times more likely to be awarded for school attendance. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now is an artist, a judge, and a consultant with HotWorks Fine Art and Fine Shows, Ann Kuffler. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for asking me.
And who would know better than somebody who is an artist themselves, has owned a gallery, currently is a juror for many fine art shows, the importance of art and the importance of exposing our young people today to art. How important is that we as teachers, neighbors, parents, make sure that our kids are getting some type of arts education?
It's very important because our lives revolve around art. People just don't realize that, and all of our programs in schools have been cut or cut to the minimal. And it's really important to get a child to be aware of artistic adventures, so to speak. I always call it an adventure. And take them to different places that they can see art or experience art, or take them to art classes, because our lives are part of art itself. And whether we choose a blue sofa to sit in or a purple sofa, it's still an artistic decision.
And even if you don't think your child is particularly artistic or gifted at any specific medium, just being aware of art and how it is present in our lives really helps the way you think in anything that you do.
That is true. That is true, because you see some people who walk in and you think, what were they looking in the mirror this morning? They have the weirdest clothes and the weirdest color combinations, and it's because they haven't really been exposed to art. Art in fabrics, art in paintings, art in jewelry, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm seeing this more and more with young people in Royal Oak. When they come into my store, they have no knowledge of what different techniques are used, the difficulty. Something that may look extremely simplistic may take hours and hours and hours in an area that one constructs the painting or the glass or whatever. And
I know you were so passionate at one point about exposing children to art. You started a program in your school district called the Picture Lady program, and I know even to this day in my district we call it the Art Mom program, where you bring and expose young people in the classroom to artists. Mm-hmm. And I would imagine encourage that that type of thing still go on today.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it still is in many districts, and some others have said it's taken away from the 3 R's, and they're very competitive about doing well in the 3 R's. But I think that, you know, the more you know, the more it assists you in many different fields. And one of the fields that art does is it gives you a clue to our history, to our future history, and to, you know, creation that occurs by somebody who looks like an everyday dad but is blowing glass in the most complex and unusual sizes and shapes, etc.
And if you would like to expose your children, your family, grandma and grandpa to art, there's lots of things going on this summer, but in
Definitely.
particular, one of the shows that you're going to actually be a juror for, correct, is the Orchard Lake Fine Arts Show coming up the end of July. And what a wonderful show that is.
It is. It is very wonderful, and she works very hard on the children's area, and that is one of the most important areas of the show, because exposing children, encouraging children to draw for us, to paint for us, to create goodies like sculpture pieces, that in itself adds importance to the show.
Great show, and exposing young people and getting them involved. Thank you so much for joining us today. For more information on today's topic, you can visit hotworks.org/Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Ann Kuffler, an artist, a judge, and a consultant with HotWorks Fine Art and Fine Shows.